Vogue, this is Princess Golem here, and I will be taking you step by step into a pink alien look. First things first, let's get into skincare. This is my favorite serum, and it's called Mucus 92. I really like the slimy stuff. I should have better skin with how much I do, but yeah, I think growing up I saw my mom doing it every morning and night, and I realized that it's more of a ritual and it's like a winding down kind of moment. And when she would do it every night and there's just like one light on her and it's dark, it was just beautiful. Like, I was just like, I want to be like that one day, you know? Also, my grandmother, anytime I try to like use any of these muscles, you know, like when you go like that, she would slap me like that. I'd be in public and she'd just slap me. And no one would know why. The next stage will be prosthetics. I have these. So basically, this alien, she's a bit delusional, but also like might be a genius. She moved to Hollywood to become a big star, and naturally, you move to LA and you get lips. So yeah, here we go. Also, these lip prosthetics were made in Hollywood. And so let's just hatter this down. Oh, they're fab. Look at me. I was born in K-Town and I lived with my grandparents and my mother for a little while, but I was raised very religious. In 3rd grade, my parents, I don't know, they decided to join like this Christian cult group, and they had this blog. They would review every like part of pop culture and tell you if it's safe for kids to watch. Harry Potter is a big no-no, very big satanic demon worshipping. If you watch it, your kids will, you know, die kind of thing, go to hell. And I remember that year I had to burn all my Pokemon cards in like a fire. It was really dramatic. And I think that was the moment I was like, oh, this is like kind of BS, you know? At a young age, I'm like, this isn't what God wants. I had such a like a weird upbringing, and I really didn't have many friends. So my mom's always said like, keep your head high, like don't let anyone else's opinion affect the way you see yourself. I think that was a really important thing she taught me. Now we're gonna get into the skin to make the perfect shade of pink. Kind of mapping it out. I fell in love with like the underground music scene, and I met so many great people there. I guess they were like the LA club kids, you know, at the time. And I had this moment where I'm like looking around and I feel really safe, and I felt like my people were there, you know? Okay, so next we're gonna do a bit more contour with a darker pink. Just get it really nice, and then we're gonna bake it. And because my looks are always changing, my mom thinks I'm like on the run or something. Honestly, they've been quite supportive. It wasn't always that way. Like I knew I broke them in when I showed up with my new haircut, and my mom complimented me. She was like, that looks really good. It opened up your face. Nice. And I was like, I really don't want to do a look my mom thinks is cool, but she is really cool, so it's okay. But it took a lot to get there, you know? I actually shaved my head on Instagram Live. I never do live. I'm really inspired by beauty standard during the medieval times when women would shave half their heads. It was a religious thing. But that was actually like deemed the most beautiful thing you could do as a woman, which is really profound to base a whole beauty standard, and a weird one too, like not very common, because of what you believe in. I just found that so beautiful. Princess Gollum comes from my mom and I used to watch Lord of the Rings, and that was one of the approved things on the list, and the only things that I was like interested in watching. I have really fond memories with her going to the theater to watch it, watching it at home, talking about what we think things meant, and she coined me as Smeagol, and then when I'm being bad, she'd call me Gollum. So that always stuck with me, you know? That is so me though. I feel like two very extremes, same level of strength feelings at the same time, and life is just really learning how to deal with both of them and like knowing which way to lean when. My mom has the Instagram Queen Gollum. Her bio reads, "There is no princess without a queen." So yeah, she's holding that for me. Thank you. Thank you, Emma. My iconic like starting out look with Princess Gollum was these like really vintage 90s I found at this vintage store, but my reference photos for that were so funny because it was 2 pictures of Gollum and then one of Tank Girl. This is a good place to like put the brush down, and I'm gonna let it bake with this setting powder. I learned this from a drag queen. Okay, so now that my cream base is baked, now I'm going to contour with a little bit of powder. It's quite nice. It's a nice pink. And now we will go into mapping out the design using eyeshadow and a lipstick. Modeling is tough. The industry is tough. There's definitely hurdles that I go through. Being 4'11", it's kind of unheard of unless you're a child. But when I saw that challenge, like, oh, this is how it is, and I don't agree with it, and like, I'm gonna try my best if I can to go in and just fuck it up, you know? I mean, that's kind of like why I do it, right? It's because I want everyone to have equal opportunity, and I do it for the freaks. But, you know, really, it's hard for us to find our place in the world. It really is. You really have to like wear a mask. You kind of have to step back sometimes. Okay. I don't like look or watch a lot of things for inspiration. I could literally be walking across the street and find a pile of trash, and I would be so inspired and I would want to make something, or, you know, a color of like someone's pee, or I don't know, just like really random things. So now I'm gonna add the silver. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty great. Okay, so I'm really happy with my makeup now. Yeah. Ooh, that looks kind of real. I'm going to this really cool party later, and I'm putting together this great outfit, but the only thing I'm missing is shoes. So we're gonna go to my favorite shoe spot, and I'll see you there. Bye.